I know that you all realize that the band rocks, but wait until you hear our next speaker. He rocks too. He served in the Air Force for 30 years and then joined the Air Force Enlisted Village in 2013 as the Director of Development. He then became the President and CEO in 2015. It is my honor to introduce Brooke McLean.
All right, so in case you're wondering, I did have Tracy submit her resignation, and it's in a sealed envelope in my desk. And in case of emergency, we will open that bad boy up. Well, thank you all for coming out tonight. It's obviously a very special evening for us, and you being here makes it that much better. General Webb, sir, thank you for coming out. Chief Wright, my friend, thank you so much. And really all the people that are here, commanders, chiefs, command chiefs, you really add a lot by being here and sharing with us tonight. So, if you are a current or former resident of the Air Force Enlisted Village, and you can do so, would you please stand up? Thank you so much for your service to our nation. You served in a time that most of us can't even begin to understand. But we do appreciate your sacrifices, and we're honored to be part of your lives today. The AFEV has been on a remarkable journey for the last 15 years. From our foundation as the Air Force Enlisted Men's Widows Home to today, we have accomplished some very unique things. By our very nature, we are a unique organization. We're a nonprofit, philanthropic, senior living community, but we're also part of the Air Force family. We blend the goodness of nonprofit work, filling a social need either too complicated or too expensive for the government to do, with philanthropy that allows us to tap into resources that are not available to dividend-paying organizations. And we blend it all under the umbrella and support and with the benefit to our military and especially to our Air Force. I think that makes us pretty unique. We didn't get here on our own without the dedicated, hardworking support of many, many people. From the senior officers in the 1960s like General John McConnell and General John Ryan, to our first Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Paul Airy, and the leadership at the Air Force Sergeants Association, to the elected officials like Representative Bob Sykes, and of course, Representative Matt Gaetz. We enjoy tremendous support from many different directions. We owe our leadership a great deal of thanks. And I think the fact that Chief Wright is here with us tonight, and he is our guest speaker, speaks volume to the amount of support that we receive from our Air Force. We've been blessed with some amazing staff and leaders over the years. The people who went before me as CEO, Nick Massone, Loyal Weaver, and Jim Binnicker. These great leaders are giants and they're visionaries, and they brought us to the point that we are today. We've also been blessed with staff members that have gone above and beyond. Staff members like Joel Talley, who was an Air Force Cross winner in Vietnam. Joel, thank you very much. God bless you. Dick Young, who served as our Deputy CEO and CFO, serving in the organization for over 19 years. Whoop. And of course, our reigning champion of employment tenure, Miss Opal Tibbetts, at 31 years. Miss Opal. Woo! Day in and day out, the 108 staff members of the AFEV make it our mission to humbly serve our residents. But we'll set a little bit of humility aside right now, and I think I'll just say that we do a pretty darn good job of doing that. But we're not finished. As the saying goes, if you're resting on your laurels, you're wearing them in the wrong place. We can look back at 50 years with pride and a sense of accomplishment, but the real challenge is in front of us. The baby boom generation is on the way. There are 3 million people a year turning 65 for the next 15 years. That's 9,000 people a day turning 65 in the United States for the next 15 years. We are going to need a lot more Air Force enlisted village-like communities around our nation to be able to care for that. And we're going to have to do something special to be able to do that. The pay and benefits have improved. Things are a lot better, a lot different than they had been in the past. But life provides some uncertain circumstances, and we still find that there is a premium on having a community like ours. 50 years ago, we formed the organization, and the first tasker that we had was, after we had figured out the why and the what, was to figure out where. And Fort Walton Beach was the obvious choice. Not only is this a military town, and excuse our joint partners that are with us tonight, but this is an Air Force town. The community support is evidenced by not only the support of organizations like Enlisted Federal Credit Union, but also by the countless volunteers that we have that come and join us, and the overall sense of being welcome and being part and integrated into this community. So we are very, very fortunate to be here. We're fortunate to be part of this community. We simply couldn't be enjoying the celebration that we are tonight without the support of our sponsor, Enlisted Federal Credit Union. Yep. They're great community partners, and I have the distinct honor of asking their CEO, Mr. Jerry Williams, to come join me on stage and provide a couple comments, and he's also going to introduce Chief Wright.